Good afternoon and welcome to Craven Cottage for live audio coverage of Fulham and Arsenal. Both Fulham and Arsenal will be on high confidence going into Sunday's meeting between the sides after overcoming tough tests to win by 2 goals in midweek. Despite a somewhat convincing performance on Thursday against Brighton, Fulham secured a 3-1 victory which took them to 22 points, their highest ever Premier League tally after 14 matches. For the third consecutive match at Craven Cottage, there were 2 goals after the 75th minute, while Fulham's ground has witnessed both teams on the day scoring in all 7 of their fixtures there so far this term. That outcome also occurred when Marco Silva's men beat Arsenal 2-1 last December, as the Cottagers unexpectedly ended an 11-game winless streak uh, for uh, for themselves. Arsenal's rapid improvement since the last international break continued in midweek as they saw off Manchester United with a 2-0 victory, with both goals coming from corners. The Gunners have netted an astonishing 41 times from corners since the start of the 2021-22 season, at least 7 more than any other team going into the weekend. It was also the 4th successive win by 2+ goals, a feat that they have replicated on 4 of their last 5 trips to Fulham. And you see the teams coming out onto the stadium now. And Fulham, well, with only 1 win in the last 10 against Arsenal. Arsenal in the middle of a hot shot streak at the moment, 10 goals in their last 3 games, registering a 3.33 goals per game in that period. So let's take a look at the team changes and starting lineup, starting with Fulham today. They are making 4 changes from the victory over Brighton here in the week. Calvin Bassey, Sasa Lukic, Adama Traore and Raul Jimenez all step in for Timothy Castagna, Harry Wilson, the former Arsenal player Reece Nelson, who misses out completely, and Rodrigo Muniz. So Marco Silva has chosen this starting lineup that contains 3 former Arsenal players. In goal, Bert Leno. The left back is Anthony Robinson, the captain. 3, Calvin Bassey. 31, Issa Diop. 2, Kenny Tete. 16, Sander Berg. 20, Sasa Lukic. 11, Adama Traore. 32, Emil Smith-Rowe. 17, Alex Iwobi. And 7, Raul Jimenez. For Arsenal, well, 2 changes for them from the impressive home victory over Manchester United. Alexander Zinchenko and Gabriel Martinelli miss out. Alexander misses out completely. Jorginho and Leandro Trossard step in. And Mikel Arteta has selected an Arsenal side starting as a 4-3-3. David Raya in goal. Jurien Timmer. 15, Jacob Kiwior. 2, William Saliba. 5, Thomas Partey. 41, Declan Rice. 20, Jorginho. 8, Martin Odegaard, the captain. 19, Leandro Trossard. 29, Kai Havertz. And 7, Bukayo Saka. The substitutes for Fulham, well, they have backup goalkeeper Steven Bender, Jorge Kuswensa, Timothy Castagna, Harry Wilson, Andreas Pereira, Josh King, Ryan Sessegnon, Rodrigo Muniz and Martial Godot for Arsenal. Goalkeeper Neto, Kieran Tierney, Aiden Heaven could make his first Arsenal start today at the senior level. Mikel Moreno, Miles Lewis-Skelly, Ethan Nwaneri, Gabriel Jesus, Gabriel Martinelli and Raheem Sterling. And our referee today is Chris Kavanagh. He's 39 from Ashton-under-Lyne in Manchester. The assistants are Darren Kahn, Simon Long. Andy Madley is on 4th official duty today. And in VAR, should we need them, is John Brooks and Derek Eaton. The records between the 2 sides are astonishingly one-sided. They've played 63 games. Fulham have won 9. There's been 12 draws and Arsenal with 42 wins. Will be wearing their change jersey today. A mixture of turquoise and purple, blue shorts and blue socks. and Fulham will be in their traditional white shirt and black shorts here at Craven Cottage. Well, the form book looking good really for both sides. Both sides winning 3 out of their last 5. For Arsenal, their last 3. Fulham only 1 in the last 3. They've just stuttered a little bit, but have still had an amazingly impressive season at Craven Cottage this season at home and a little bit on the road as well. They really have set themselves a position where they may start to challenge for a Euro Conference League place. Arsenal get the game underway, attacking the goal to our left. Here's Odegaard, slips the ball there to Timber. Timber plays the ball forward, but it goes all the way behind for a goal kick. And former Arsenal goalkeeper Bert Leno will take this goal kick. He slipped out of the Germany squad, not in there anymore really, and but still a fine goalkeeper. And he's set his stall here at Fulham in impressive fashion. And here's Thomas Partey. Holds up the ball, plays the ball across there to Jorginho. Jorginho gives the ball there to the number 12, Timber. Timber just holds up the ball and gives the ball back to Thomas Partey. Partey plays the ball down the right-hand side, and here's Martin Odegaard, the captain. Odegaard already attacking the Fulham end as Kai Havertz drops the ball to Bukayo Saka down the right-hand side. He's stalked by Anthony Robinson, and Odegaard gets the ball back but loses control, and it's cleared away there by Anthony Robinson again. And Fulham under pressure early on at home here. Partey. Kivia. Back to Partey again, and the ball is played forward to Martin Odegaard. Odegaard storming down the right-hand side, finds Bukayo Saka. Back to Odegaard. Can he get the cross in now? Oh, that's a really, really good challenge by Calvin Bassey, and cleared away that time, but only to the halfway line there. And here's Timmer again, inside the centre circle. Drop down there to Declan Rice. Declan Rice back into the centre circle to Jorginho. He holds the ball up well. The Italian international, Jorginho, experienced head at the centre of midfield for Arsenal. It's a good ball from Jorginho to Odegaard again. Odegaard, the engine room really in the midfield for Arsenal. Oh, how they missed him really when he wasn't in the lineup. Here's Bukayo Saka getting the cross in towards the back post, and that's well dealt with by Calvin Bassey. He just turns it by Alex Iwobi rather. He just turns it behind for a corner ball, and this is well, Fulham will be well aware of Arsenal's ability from corners and are going to have to defend this very, very well. As you see Arsenal setting up their usual position with 4 or 5 players right at the corner of the 6-yard box on the opposite side, joined as well by Jakub Kiwior, Thomas Partey, and Kai Havertz, and also Jurrien Timber. They will make their way across the 6-yard box as this corner is taken. It's being watched very carefully now. Is Declan Rice swings the ball into the 6-yard box. Heads go up. Oh, and it just comes on in the end, just off William Saliba's head, and goes behind for a goal kick. As once again, Arsenal putting the pressure on early on. And, well, you can see here this corner coming in right under the crossbar of Bert Leno. It must be a nightmare for goalkeepers having to deal with these Arsenal set pieces. And the goal kick is going to be taken by Bert Leno. And he just drops the ball back to Bassey. Bassey plays the ball forward. Headed on that time there by Sander Berg. And just picked up again now by Jorginho. He slips the ball to Martin Odegaard. Odegaard. And it's Declan Rice now on the edge of the penalty area down the right-hand side. Gives the ball to Odegaard. Back to Rice. Back again to Martin Odegaard. He's having difficulty controlling that. Sasa Lukic around him. And Odegaard just lost his footing for a moment there, but Arsenal maintain possession somehow. It's back in their own half with David Raya. And here's Jorginho. Gives the ball to Saliba. Saliba holding the ball up well. And it's a good ball across to Partey. And all the way back to the centre circle to Jakub Kiwior. Kiwior just holds the ball up and gives it to Jorginho. Across to Saliba again. That's a long ball looking for the number 19 Trossard, but good interception by Alex Iwobi, and he gets it back to the goalkeeper, Bert Leno. It's cleared downfield, and there is a foul on Jorginho by Raul Jimenez, and it'll be a free kick in the centre circle to Arsenal. And here's Timmer. Timmer drops it back there to Kivia. Kivia, Saliba, Partey, Saliba, Odegaard just inside his own half. Kai Havertz tries to pass that ball on to Saka. Saka eventually does get the ball via Martin Odegaard. But here's Thomas Partey right on the halfway line here. Partey just drops it back to Saliba. Saliba's got Timber available down the left-hand side. He picks out Jorginho and finally gives it to Declan Rice. Rice gives it to Trossard. Trossard just drops the ball back there to the number 15, Jakub Kivia. Here's Saliba again. With the injured Gabriel, Saliba becoming all the more important in that centre-back role for Arsenal. And here's Thomas Partey. We've got other games going on today that we're going to keep you up to date on. The other games going on in the Premier League today are Ipswich versus Bournemouth and Leicester versus Brighton. Both of those are 0-0 right now, with Kai Havertz in an offside position. Later today, Tottenham and Chelsea battle it out at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. And we have 6 minutes gone here. It's Fulham 0, Arsenal 0, and it's a free kick to Fulham for Kai Havertz just getting himself into an offside position. And it's going to be taken by Calvin Bassey. He drops the ball to Diop. Diop back to the goalkeeper, Bert Leno. Bert Leno lifts the ball over the top there, looking for Kenny Tete, and he puts the ball out of play, and it's going to be a throw-in for Arsenal, and Fulham can ill afford to turn the ball over in their own half like this. Thomas Partey is going to take the throw-in here. He's got options left and right. And he finds Martin Odegaard. Odegaard, just trying to play the ball away there from Diop, and he was claiming handball. The referee says play on. And here's Timber. Timber plays the ball down to Leandro Trossard. Trossard cutting into the middle. He's got a bit of time and space, Trossard. He finds Odegaard, edge of the penalty area, right-hand side. Odegaard cuts back and gives it to Partey. And there's Saliba, gives the ball to Bukayo Saka. Saka has got Robinson in front of him. Has he got a job on his hand today, Anthony Robinson? Good ball there to Martin Odegaard. Odegaard goes down under the challenge of Robinson. Chris Kavanagh says that's a fair challenge. There's Jorginho, slips the ball on. And just trying to play the ball through was Leandro Trossard there, but it was blocked. Arsenal maintain possession, however, and here's Declan Rice. And that's a good ball by Timber. Timber plays the ball to Odegaard. Odegaard holds the ball up. He's about 35 yards from goal, is Odegaard, and he gives the ball to Jorginho. Out over to the right-hand side to Bukayo Saka. Gets to the byline, Saka, and drills the ball into the middle. Calvin Bassey having to get his foot on that and put it behind for a corner. But you could see here, looking to get to the byline there, Bukayo Saka. No Arsenal player taking the gamble, but Bassey taking no risks. In fact, there was Leandro Trossard just cutting in at the last minute there. Good work by Calvin Bassey to prevent that, but it's going to be another corner to Arsenal, this time on the right-hand side, and they're going to follow the same routine. Kivia, Trossard, Partey, Havertz, all in there. Saliba, Timber, all at that side of the 6-yard box. Going to swing this one into the middle of the 6-yard box, hoping to catch out the Fulham defence. Bukayo Saka going to launch this one in. And it's not the best one. It's headed out by Sanderberg, headed on by Lukic, picked up there by Jorginho. He's unable to find Bukayo Saka. The ball goes out of play, and it's going to be a throw-in to Fulham. Cross coming in there. You can see Adama Traore trying to push Saliba out of the way there. Just at least trying to take one of those Arsenal players out. So far, very few teams in the Premier League have been able to work out this corner set piece routine that Arsenal have. Working it out is one thing, but trying to deal with it is entirely another. And the ball is played there by Traore, out over to the far side again, and picked up in the middle by Sander Berg, and he drops the ball all the way back from inside the Arsenal half to Bert Leno. Here's Calvin Bassey. Bassey holds the ball up, and it's given to Diop. Diop plays the ball forward there. It's knocked down nicely by Alex Iwobi. That's good play by him. Here's Sander Berg, looking for options left and right. Goes back to Iwobi. And it goes back there to the goalkeeper, Bert Leno. Leno just clears the ball downfield again. It's tested down well there by Jimenez, and it's now with Kenny Tete. Tete plays the ball forward, and Jimenez has got a break inside here. Jimenez gets a shot away, and he scores. Raul Jimenez on 10 minutes gives Fulham the lead, and once again, as of last season, Arsenal fall behind to a Fulham break, and it's a goal by Raul Jimenez on 10 minutes, and Arsenal are behind. Well, it was a wonderful strike, actually, you have to say. He had that little bit of space, did the Mexican international. It really was a wonderful finish. It was cleared away by Bert Leno. It was chested down, and finally it was Kenny Tete who played the ball through to Raul Jimenez. He's perfectly onside, cuts into the penalty area. It's at a very tight angle, but he was still able to beat David Raya into his right-hand corner with a superb strike. So Fulham take the lead. And how will Arsenal respond to this? They can ill afford really to lose this game or not really get maximum points from it, given the situation and how far Arsenal are behind Liverpool, and to a certain degree Manchester City, who dropped points themselves yesterday. So, I mean, should Arsenal win today, they can at least temporarily move up into second place and get within 4 points of Liverpool, but they are behind at the moment as Mikel Arteta dissecting that goal with his coaching staff. And it's going to be a free kick to Arsenal, and it's about 35 yards out towards the corner of the penalty area, and Martin Odegaard and Declan Rice standing over this one. And once again, corner of the 6-yard box, Kyria, Partey, Havertz and Timber are all there. The free kick is going to be taken by Martin Odegaard. It's swung in deep, and it comes out by Bert Leno, who gets a punch away to the edge of the area, only as far as Declan Rice, who blazes his shot over the crossbar, and it goes behind for a goal kick. And well, it's I can see why perhaps Bert Leno chose to push that away rather than trying to catch it, but he did not really get a lot of distance on that. So Raul Jimenez's goal is the only goal of the day so far at Portman Road. It's still 0-0. The King Power Stadium also still 0-0. And it's headed up into the air, and it's brought down well there by Alex Iwobi, but won back by Arsenal as Timber plays it back to the goalkeeper. Here's Thomas Partey. William Saliba. Tries to set off Bukayo Saka on his way. Here's Thomas Partey. Thomas Partey goes down under the challenge. The referee says play on, and Fulham have won the ball back now. And here's Adama Traore. Tries to play through Jimenez again. That's a good block this time by William Saliba. And now Arsenal can perhaps try to counter-attack. Here's Leandro Trossard. Trossard dropped back to the centre circle to Jurien Timber. Timber to Jorginho. He was looking for Bukayo Saka there, but that's a really good interception that time by Kenny Tete. But it looks like he's dispossessed that time, and Arsenal win the ball back. And it's William Saliba who wins that ball back. He gives the ball to Odegaard. Odegaard has got Lukic in front of him. Drops the ball there to Bukayo Saka. Anthony Robinson watching Saka closely. And here's Saliba. And it's back there to Kivia is Jorginho, plays the ball to Odegaard. Odegaard's first touch wasn't the best, and Anthony Robinson cuts back and puts that ball out of play for an Arsenal throw-in. And it's Fulham 1, Arsenal 0. We've had 15 minutes gone at Craven Cottage, and so far it's not the score that one would expect. But the Cottagers continue with their fine season. Of course, a win for them today would move them into a Europa League position in 5th place. Here's Sander Berg. Berg plays the ball for Jimenez. Jimenez cross to Adama Traore. The speedy, powerful Traore couldn't keep that one in play. It's going to be a throw into Arsenal. And it's thrown back to Thomas Partey, who's going to retake this one. He tried to take it very quickly. Martin Odegaard. Oh, he looks like he's just shaking something on his ankle there. I hope he's okay. Arsenal can ill afford to lose him. And it's Thomas Partey throwing on the halfway line. And it's a good ball, a good throw into Jorginho. It's now given to Saliba. Saliba holds the ball up, gives the ball to Leandro Trossard. Trossard. Oh, that's a good ball. Looking there for Timber, and it goes out of play for a goal kick, as that was shielded very, very well indeed by Issa Diop. And Fulham, well, they're not looking like they're under really any threat in terms of Arsenal chances. As we take a look again at Jimenez's goal, really was a super strike from quite a difficult angle, but it was smashed past David Raya. And here's Bukayo Saka now for Arsenal, given to Odegaard. Odegaard cuts into the penalty area, drops it back to Saka, and back to Odegaard. Odegaard gives the ball away that time to the number 32 Emile Smith-Rowe, the former Arsenal player, of course. And here's Diop. He drops it back to Leno. Leno releases it to Kenny Tete, putting Tete under a little bit of pressure, and he's forced to put that ball out of play. And it's going to be a throw-in to the Gunners. It's taken quickly. Leandro Trossard there, and it's now with Timmer. Timmer back to Rice. Rice plays the ball into the centre circle, and it's now with Thomas Partey to Saliba. Saliba, good ball across to Martin Odegaard. Odegaard across to Bukayo Saka. Got Robinson in front of him. Can Saka beat him? Saka tries to get the cross in. Oh, it's flicked out there by Issa Diop. Only as far as Timber. And it's now with the number 15 Kivia. Arsenal just struggling to put it together right now. Here's Jorginho, and the ball is lost possession. It goes out of play, and it's going to be a throw-in for Fulham. And at the moment, Arsenal just struggling to put it together in the final third of the field, as Chris Kavanagh has halted play for just a moment. Not sure exactly what for. Going to get the game back underway here. Throwing is taken by Kenny Tete, chested down by Raul Jimenez, but almost winning the ball back there was Timber again, as the rain begins to fall here on the Thames in West London, as Fulham holding to a 1-goal lead right now, defending very, very well against Arsenal, making it very difficult for them coming forward. Here's Tete, lifts the ball over the top and flicked on there by Jimenez. But it's won back by Leandro Trossard. Trossard again still has possession, plays the ball to Partey just inside his own half of the field. Thomas Partey drops it back there to William Saliba. And finally, Jorginho lifts the ball forward. It's headed down by Declan Rice, but there is nobody there. In fact, it's in an offside position, and it's going to be a free kick for Fulham. 19 minutes gone at Craven Cottage. It's Fulham 1, Arsenal 0. If you're just joining us, a goal on 10 minutes by Raul Jimenez is the difference between the two sides. And Adama Traore now. Traore is just got Partey in front of him. Just plays the ball back there to Robinson. Robinson to Traore again. Arsenal dispossess and win the ball back. And it's now with Saliba. Saliba to Jorginho. Jorginho plays the ball over the halfway line, and here's Odegaard. Havertz drops the ball back to Thomas Partey. Partey just taking his time here, gives the ball to Timber. Short pass there. And here's Kivia. Kivia's got Trossard alongside him, but pulls the ball back there to Timber. And across to the number 2, William Saliba. Here's Thomas Partey. And here's Martin Odegaard. Odegaard down the right-hand side to Bukayo Saka. Let's see what Arsenal can do here. Bukayo Saka cuts inside this time and plays the ball back to Timber. Timber across to Jorginho, to Havertz. Can Havertz turn here? No. Kivia has got the ball back. We're hearing of a goal at Portman Road. I'll give you that in just a moment. It's cleared away by Issa Diop, but only as far as William Saliba. And it's Thomas Partey. Partey again to Odegaard. Odegaard holds the ball up here. And it's Jorginho lifting the ball over the top, looking for Bukayo Saka, who swung the ball into the middle, but Issa Diop read that one very, very well, and this was a brilliant move again, this time by Arsenal. It was just lifted over the top, and a first-time ball into the middle by Saka, but Issa Diop was waiting. The goal at Portman Road has come to Ipswich, and it's Connor Chaplin with the goal on 21 minutes. So another shock coming in there from Portman Road, especially with Bournemouth's victory over Spurs in the week. It's corner to Arsenal. Bukayo Saka is going to take this, and he's going to be looking to swing this one in, as Arsenal once again setting up their usual corner setup. Fulham themselves packing their own 6-yard box, trying to outnumber Arsenal in there. The cross coming in. Oh, and it's Bert Leno who just gets it off the line. It's a good save by the Arsenal goalkeeper. It's Saka again, swings it in, and it's plucked out the air by Bert Leno in some sparkling goalkeeping as that corner was swung in it just missed everybody, and it was going in. But that is really good goalkeeping by Bert Leno. Read that and kept the ball out. And here's Bukayo Saka, as Arsenal are not finished yet. Is that a foul by Calvin Bassey? Saka is appealing to the official on that far side. It is in fact a free kick has been given, and Martin Odegaard is already standing over this one. He's going to swing this one in. Jacob Kivia going over to provide some additional instructions as Martin Odegaard. Is he now moving away from that? Indeed he is. Bukayo Saka is going to take this free kick. And it's about 7 or 8 yards in from the touchline on the right-hand side, almost level with the Fulham penalty area. Bukayo Saka is going to swing this one in. Arsenal have a line here of Fulham players, and it's going to be swung in by Saka, and that again, that's good commanding goalkeeping by Bert Leno, plucking that out of the air. So far, Fulham have managed Arsenal's set piece plays very, very well. Want to thank you for joining us today. And for listening in, taking up some of your valuable time. We know you're all very busy at this time of year, so we appreciate you joining us. And the ball is headed forward there by Jorginho. Once again headed by Sander Berg. It drops to the feet of Timber inside the centre circle. Timber plays the ball to Leandro Trossard. He lifts the ball over the top. Trossard to Havertz. Havertz with a volley, and he just pulls the shot wide. And that was an opportunity, and I think actually that may have been Declan Rice, not Kai Havertz, but we'll just double check. Yes, it was Declan Rice who made the late run, and yes, he just pulls the shot wide, and Fulham breathe again. It's perhaps the best chance Arsenal have had in this first half so far. 24 minutes gone, Fulham 1, Arsenal 0, and so far in this first half, possession-wise, has been dominated by Arsenal at 73%. Passes in the final third for Arsenal, 66 to Fulham's 3. tells you how the possession game is going. But they really haven't created an awful lot of Arsenal, despite the possession. Just that one chance really there for Declan Rice is about as good as it's got in this game so far for the Gunners. The one chance created by Fulham ended up in the back of the net with Raul Jimenez's goal. And that's the difference between the two sides right now. Here's Bukayo Saka to Partey. Drop back in his own half to Saliba. Odegaard. Saliba. Odegaard again. And it's a good ball to Timber. Timber plays the ball down the right-hand side to Leandro Trossard. In front of him is Calvin Bassey. Trossard gets the better of him. Can he get the cross in? Trossard. Long cross towards the back post to Saka. Oh, he doesn't get a good connection on that, and it just goes wide. As once again, you'd have to put that really down to a half chance for a player of the quality of Bukayo Saka. Certainly that has to go down as a half chance. But he balloons it wide, and it's a goal kick. I think he was caught between pulling the ball back to Kai Havertz in the middle and perhaps having a shot himself. As Issa Diop plays the ball long over the top, once again looking for Raul Jimenez. It's won comfortably by Kivia that time, and Timber plays the ball forward. Havertz drops the ball, and he's dispossessed there is Havertz. No foul, says the referee. Havertz seems to find himself a lot of the time switching between both flanks, almost anywhere but the middle. I have to sometimes question what Kai Havertz's job is out there on the field at times, because often you'll see him on the right, you'll see him on the left. It's very rare actually you see him in the position he's supposed to be in. As here's Thomas Partey, and it's Jorginho. And good ball there by Saliba to Partey again. Saliba, midway inside the Fulham half of the field, long ball towards the corner of the penalty area, and chasing this one down is Trossard. That's a really good header there by Kenny Tete, just trying to get that ball out of play. Arsenal keep it in play and send it back to Kivia and the goalkeeper. And here's Jorginho. Jorginho plays the ball to Saka. He's got Robinson in front of him again. Saka plays the ball back to Thomas Partey. To Odegaard. Odegaard to Jorginho. Jorginho tries to lift the ball up, but nobody reading that, and it just rolls all the way through to Bert Leno in the Fulham goal. And we have 18 minutes to go until half time. Just to let you know, at half time we will be taking a 15-minute break, but we will be back for the start of the second half. Big game for both sides. This for Fulham, if they can hold on to the victory, they'll move into a Europa League place. For Arsenal, they can ill afford defeat. I really do feel the title, as melodramatic as it sounds, I really do think the title's up for Arsenal if they lose this game today. They've dropped a lot of points early on this season, and what you need to win a title now, in reality in 2024, it's a lot higher than what it used to be. Partey tries to play the ball forward, and Sanderberg wins it back. And now here is Raul Jimenez. He goes down under the challenge, but chasing that one also is Emil Smith-Rowe, but he's not able to win it. And now Arsenal have got the ball back with Jurrien Timber. He gives the ball to Declan Rice. Saliba. Partey. Jorginho. Saliba. Back to Saliba again, and here's Kivia. Kivia, good ball down the right hand side to Trossard for Arsenal. Trossard just trying to get away from Iwobi. Oh, it's a wonderful ball forward, but defending that really well was Anthony Robinson. He was certainly looking for Saka there. Here's Adama Traore now, able to stretch his legs for the first time in this game. Traore, long ball. Oh, he was looking for Raul Jimenez there, but it was way over the head of the Mexican international, and it goes out of play for a goal kick. And the goal kick is taken quickly, but given to David Raya. And here's William Saliba. Saliba holds the ball up midway inside his own half of the field. And it's the number 12 there. Jurrien Timber. Saliba. Jorginho. Back to Saliba. Saliba plays the ball there over the halfway line to Martin Odegaard. Odegaard drops the ball back. And it's Thomas Partey. Lifts the ball forward, looking for Bukayo Saka. Saka, can he bring the ball under control? He can't, and Issa Diop puts his foot through it. And it goes out of play, off a Fulham player. I think it came off the back of Raul Jimenez. And it goes out of play for a throw-in. Midway inside the Fulham half of the field, and it's going to be Thomas Partey to take it. Thomas Partey holds the ball up. Just waiting now to take the throw-in. He's taking his time here. There's not a lot of movement. And he tried to find Declan Rice there, but you know what? The ball is just hooked out of play by Anthony Robinson. There's little movement from the Arsenal players from these throw-in situations. That one is thrown directly to Havertz. And now it's back with Partey. Partey dropped back into his own half. Raya comes all the way out. And it's back with Kivia. Jakub Kivia. Just holds the ball up. Polish international. Gives the ball to Declan Rice. That's a nice ball down the right-hand side to Leandro Trossard. Declan Rice now. And Kivia plays it all the way back to the goalkeeper, David Raya. And Arsenal will start again from scratch, as they pretty much have done in this entire game. It's only been when they've got to the final third of the field that they seem to have run out of ideas. Here's Declan Rice. Declan Rice to Thomas Partey. Partey over to the right-hand side to Martin Odegaard. Odegaard holds it up. He's got options left and right as Odegaard. And that's a good ball there to Timber. Timber is going to hold the ball up, but he's going to drop it back there to Jakub Kivia. Kivia back to Timber. And the two players just passing the ball back and forward from each other. As Arsenal just looking to find a way through this Fulham rearguard. And here's Saliba again, gives the ball to Partey. Well, that's a nice ball. And picking this up is Kai Havertz, gives it now to Bukayo Saka. Saka with Anthony Robinson all over him. Saka drops the ball back to Odegaard. Odegaard swings it in, it's above everybody's head and will go behind for a goal kick. As Leandro Trossard not able to reach that. As 32 minutes gone at the Cottage, it's Fulham 1, Arsenal 0. And disappointing afternoon so far for the front line for Arsenal. They really haven't been able to create any real clear-cut chances. Just some one or two half chances. One of them falling to Declan Rice, the other to Bukayo Saka. And here's Adama Traore. And the ball is played over by Emile Smith-Rowe on the far side to Anthony Robinson. Robinson gets the cross in. He's looking for Iwobi in the middle. It comes to Adama Traore. Here's Tete. Traore. Former Arsenal player, of course. And here's Tete again. Traore. And plays it off Leandro Trossard and goes out for a throw into Fulham. Alex Iwobi, goal in the week against Brighton. They've been very, very impressive this season, Fulham, especially at home. Here is the ball played forward there by Sasa Lukic, looking for Raul Jimenez, but it's won back by Arsenal. And here's Leandro Trossard under pressure from Kenny Tete. Good work by Trossard. Finds Odegaard. He drops it back to Thomas Partey. And back to Odegaard again. Now then, let's see what Arsenal can produce. Here is William Saliba. And it's with Timber. And it's back with Saliba on the halfway line. Saliba just drops the ball back there to Thomas Partey. And Partey back to Saliba. Saliba just drops the ball to Declan Rice, as Arsenal now looking to try to find a breakthrough now. Declan Rice plays the ball to Trossard down the left-hand side. Trossard just finds the ball to Timber. Timber to Jorginho. Back to Saliba. And Arsenal being pressed a little bit by this Fulham team. Keeping Arsenal a good distance from the goal. And here is Kivia. Kivia drops the ball to Leandro Trossard. Trossard holds the ball up. He tries to lift the ball over the top, looking for Kai Havertz, but I think Issa Diop just gets his head on that, and it goes all the way back through to Bert Leno in the Fulham goal. As we take a look at Emile Smith-Rowe, former Arsenal player signed by Fulham this season, and I'm still not 100% sure, to be honest, whether that was the right decision. Thinking back on it, we know that Emile Smith-Rowe is his capabilities to not only score goals but create some, makes him a very powerful midfield player. Iwobi launches the ball into the Arsenal penalty area, but David Raya comes out and claims that comfortably and releases it quickly to Jorginho. 10 minutes to go till half time. Jorginho plays the ball down the right hand side to Bukayo Saka. Saka drops the ball into the Arsenal half of the field. A couple of comments, this one coming from Ross. Be interesting to see if Smith-Rowe would celebrate against his former club should he score. And Ross feels the title is already done. Well, it well might be, Ross, but it certainly will be if they don't. If they lose this game this afternoon. The ball is played forward, and chasing that one is Kai Havertz, and it's cleared away by Issa Diop out of play for a throw-in to Arsenal. And it's now back with Havertz from the throw to Jorginho, and it's won back by Sanderberg. Sanderberg looking for options left and right. He finds Iwobi. Iwobi's on his way now. And we're hearing of a goal at the King Power Stadium. We'll come to that in a moment. Alex Iwobi coming forward for Fulham. Gets the cross in, and it's cleared away. And cleared away by Jacob Kivia all the way to the halfway line. And it's back with Issa Diop. And here's Sasa Lukic now. Picked up again by Bassi. Back to Diop. The goal at the King Power Stadium is Leicester 0, Brighton 1. Tariq Lamptey is the goal scorer on 37 minutes for the Seagulls, and now we've had a goal in all three of our games. Headed on there by Anthony Robinson, headed down by Raul Jimenez. And here's an opportunity now to break forward for Fulham, but that's intercepted and won back by Leandro Trossard. And Martin Odegaard sends the ball to Bukayo Saka. Saka now down the right hand side. Let's see what he can produce. He's got Anthony Robinson in front of him. Saka inside one, inside two. Oh, good save by Bert Leno. A super save by the former Arsenal goalkeeper. Oh, Bukayo Saka got inside Anthony Robinson and got the shot away, and it was a smart save down to his right hand side. As well, it's you can see here as he just pulled back, gets away from Robinson, gets away from Lukic, gets the shot in, and it was important as well for the German goalkeeper that he didn't push the ball out, because Kai Havertz was waiting just to tap the ball into the net. It's going to be an Arsenal corner, and Bukayo Saka is going to go over and take it. Places the ball inside the corner quadrant as we wait to see this ball swing in. And the referee is just seeing some unnecessariness going on here, and it's just given a quick warning to Adama Traore. And I think we're finally going to get this corner. Just waiting to see come in now, so we're just still watching Saliba and Traore. Corner is finally going to come in by Bukayo Saka, and it's a poor one and headed out there by Issa Diop, only as far as Jorginho to Declan Rice. Rice is going to look to see if he can find Saka. It's a good ball by Saka. Anthony Robinson is all over Saka. Saka just cutting back, and he plays it off Anthony Robinson, and it goes out of play for a throw-in to Arsenal. 1-0 to Fulham as it stands. The ball played forward there by Jorginho, and it's a really good ball that finds Trossard. Trossard back to Timber. Trossard again. It's about 35 yards from goal. Plays it across to Saliba. Saliba, good ball out on the right-hand side there to Saka. Here's Kai Havertz. Now over on the right-hand side with Saka. Drops the ball back to Saka. Saka just holds the ball up and swings the ball into the middle. Oh, and just trying to get on the end of that was Declan Rice. He was about an inch away, a couple of inches away at most from getting his foot on that. And that's some good play by Arsenal. Just couldn't reach and get his foot on that as Bukayo Saka plays the ball into the middle. Very close. Just got away from the marker there. Adama Traore as well. We've got 5 minutes to go till the break, and it's Fulham 1, Arsenal 0. As it's cleared downfield by Bert Leno. And Arsenal looking to put Raul Jimenez under pressure, but he keeps possession well, gives the ball to Sanderberg. It's now back with Alex Iwobi, and here's Tete. Tete to Smith Rowe. Good ball by Smith Rowe to Lukic. Lukic, he's got Adama Traore over on the right-hand side. And here comes Calvin Bassey in an advanced position. Bassey across to Anthony Robinson. Robinson chasing this one down. Can he get the cross in Anthony Robinson? He can. And it's headed out by Kivia and helped along its way by Leandro Trossard. Only as far as Calvin Bassey. Bassey just holds the ball up. And it's dropped back into his half of the field and picked up by the goalkeeper Bert Leno, just outside his 18-yard box. And here is Calvin Bassey under pressure from Bukayo Saka, and he's able to, I think, win a throw-in here. But we'll see exactly what's going on. It is going to be a throw-in to Arsenal. And it's going to be taken by Thomas Partey. Level with the Fulham penalty area. It's found Martin Odegaard. Odegaard finds Partey again. Can Partey keep it in play? He can. Here's Odegaard. Odegaard gets the cross in, but Bert Leno reads that very, very well. Comes out and catches that one. As we take a look in the crowd, some of the players there at the moment in the crowd who are not in the lineup today. 41 minutes gone. Fulham 1, Arsenal 0. At Portman Road, it's Ipswich Town 1, Bournemouth 0. The King Power Stadium, it's Leicester City 0, Brighton 1. And later today, it is Tottenham Hotspur versus Chelsea at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, as Arsenal have another throw here. And there's just some delay. We've got two balls on the pitch right now. Finally, Thomas Partey will take it from entirely the wrong position. And here is... that's a good ball by Kivia to Declan Rice. Rice plays the ball down the left-hand side to Leandro Trossard. Tries to find Rice again. That's a good piece of defending by Diop. Here's Berg. Berg, he was looking to find Calvin Bassey, but instead, fortunately for him, ran straight through to the goalkeeper. It's cleared downfield, and Odegaard tries to win the ball, but there's a stoppage in play. We're going to get a free kick here as we go into the last few minutes of the first half. It's been a fairly fluent first half. I can't imagine there being too much stoppage time. We haven't had any long-term major injuries. The only real stoppage in play we've had is the goal celebration for Raul Jimenez. And here is number 20 there for Fulham, Sasa Lukic. Goes back to Calvin Bassey. And it's now back with Bert Leno as Fulham game managing till half-time. Here's Iwobi. Iwobi holds the ball up. He's got options left and right. He's got Tete alongside him. He finds Tete. Tete, is he going to go for the byline? No, he pulls it back. And Tete finds the number 31, Issa Diop. Here's Calvin Bassey. Across there to Sasa Lukic. And here's Robinson, the USA international, to Raul Jimenez, but he only plays it off William Saliba, and that rolls straight through to David Raya in the Arsenal goal. And we have 2 minutes to go until half time. We've had a comment in the comments section. Congratulations to McLaren for winning the F1 Constructions Championship for the first time in 26 years. Okie dokie. And here is Jakub Kiwior for Arsenal. Kiwior plays the ball across to William Saliba. And it's picked up here by Thomas Partey. Partey's got the ball inside his own half. I think he's going to go longest down this left-hand side. Once again, looking for Leandro Trossard. It's where a lot of the joy has come for Arsenal this season. What joy they have had. But that ball is comfortably intercepted and won by Kenny Tete. And here's Alex Iwobi now. Iwobi holds the ball up and then gives it to Sanderberg, who goes back to Kenny Tete. And it's back to Issa Diop as we are ticking down to inside a minute to go at the end of this first half. It is Fulham 1, Arsenal 0. And Arsenal, well, they've had one or two half chances, but they haven't really created enough for all the possession that they've had. Smith Rowe gives the ball to Alex Iwobi. Iwobi just trying to get away there, but the ball is actually held up, and he finally does try to play the pass, but it's intercepted by Declan Rice. And here's Issa Diop in an advanced position, and Smith Rowe again gives the ball back to Alex Iwobi. Iwobi, edge of the penalty area now. Arsenal got to try to close him down. It's back to Traore. And it's Sanderberg now. So we haven't received any notification of time left at the end of this first half. I can't imagine there being more than about a minute. As time ticking down towards the end of this first half now. And here's Sanderberg. Oh, just nipping in there well is Kiwior. And here's Odegaard. Oh, Sanderberg, good challenge on Odegaard. And now Fulham breaking forward over the halfway line with Sasa Lukic. Sasa Lukic just holds the ball up there. And that'll go all the way through to the goalkeeper. And that's it. It is half time. And at the Cottage at half time, a goal on 10 minutes by Raul Jimenez is the difference maker right now. It is Fulham 1, Arsenal 0 at half time. We're going to take a 15-minute break. Join us for the second half. Welcome back to the start of the second half. Doesn't look like there's any changes from either side. Just having a look in the comments section. We've had media, radio, jingles, and gaming in. I hope you're doing well. He's hoping for an Arsenal victory today, unless we see, I think, a much more proficient second half in the final third. I don't think we're going to see that today, but let's see how the second half goes as Fulham get us back underway. As mentioned before, no changes from either side. It's as you were. And it's cleared into the Fulham half of the field, and Calvin Bassey returns it back to the goalkeeper, Bert Leno, as it's cleared downfield and into the Arsenal half of the field. Into the Fulham half of the field again, but once again right back through to the German Bert Leno. We'll just run through the lineups for you. Leno in goal, Robinson, Bassey, Diop, Tete, Berg, Lukic, Traore, Smith Rowe, Iwobi and Jimenez. For Arsenal, Raya, Timmer, Kivia, Saliba, Partey, Rice, Jorginho, Odegaard, Trossard, Havertz and Saka. Those are the two lineups, and the rain is coming down very heavily here. It's very blusty here as a result of Storm Dara. Played its havoc in some of the Football League fixtures up and down the country yesterday. And you can see the Merseyside derby was called off as a consequence. And rightly so. It should be safety first at all times, especially when you're dealing with something like this, strong winds and heavy rain, and you also have to think of not only the safety of the players but also within the stands as well. And here's Thomas Partey. Thomas Partey plays the ball to Bukayo Saka. Bukayo Saka drops the ball back into his own half to William Saliba. And across there to Kivia. Kivia goes long. Oh, that's brought down well. Oh, unfortunate for Leandro Trossard. He had it brought down, but then he just rolled away from him. And here's Calvin Bassey now for Fulham. He's giving it to Anthony Robinson. Robinson plays the ball forward to Traore. Traore just using his strength to shield off Saliba, but Arsenal have won the ball back. And here is Saka. Saka gets the cross in. First to react to it, though, is Anthony Robinson. And now it's with Traore as he's won the ball back. It's given, both sides giving the ball away early on at the start of this second half. Still 1-0 for Ipswich and 1-0 for Brighton in the other games in the Premier League. And you can just see here, that's a foul there on Raul Jimenez by Thomas Partey. And that will be a free kick. Raul Jimenez just trying to run off that. Looks like he's just picked up a little bit of a knock, trying to run it off right now. And the free kick is going to be taken by Robinson. Robinson long into the Arsenal half of the field. Saliba wins the ball back and clears it into the Fulham half of the field, and it's picked up by Jorginho. Oh, Jorginho tried to play it to Trossard, and it went straight through his legs. And now here's Alex Iwobi, who picks up the ball for Fulham. Alex Iwobi taking it to the corner, and it's just touched off Iwobi last. It's going to be a throw-in for Arsenal from the challenge from William Saliba, and that comes to a disappointing end as far as Fulham are concerned. And it's going to be, the throw-in is going to be taken by Timber, as it's almost level with his 6-yard box. Timber just gets the ball back off Jorginho and clears it downfield, looking for Saka. Calvin Bassey just gets in and wins that one. And here's Diop. Diop has got options left and right to Traore. Traore to Robinson, down this left-hand side now for Fulham. Robinson trying to get away from Partey, he does with ease. Robinson gets the cross in. Oh, good piece of goalkeeping there by David Raya. Gets down well to make that claim there. And now here's Partey for Arsenal. Can they catch Fulham on a break? Here's Kai Havertz cutting across well to make that challenge. It's Calvin Bassey. And in the end, Kai Havertz forced to trip up Calvin Bassey. And it's a free kick to the Cottagers, as Fulham now can come forward. Here's Tete. Holds the ball up, gives it to Lukic. Lukic has got options left and right. He just goes down towards the left-hand side to David Traore. Traore gets the ball away now, and here is Thomas Partey for Arsenal. Thomas Partey is tripped there by Lukic. Surely that'll be a free kick. And no complaints at all that time, and we're going to see the first yellow card of the game given to Sasa Lukic for that challenge on Thomas Partey. Red on the 50th minute. You can see here that there was no real attempt to win the ball, and that's going to get you a yellow card, and no real complaints from Lukic either. So it's going to be a free kick for Arsenal. That's Sasa Lukic's 6th yellow card of the season. And Martin Odegaard, is he going to leave this for Declan Rice? It looks like it's just a couple of yards inside from the touchline on the right-hand side, midway inside the Fulham half of the field. Fulham have lined up right on the edge of the 18-yard box. And Saliba's up there as well. But it's going to be Gabriel that's going to swing this one in. Gabriel swings it in, and there's a real chance. Oh, it escapes! Oh, it escapes Bukayo Saka and Kai Havertz, and William Saliba now picks up the ball. But what a chance! Well, if it wasn't going to be Havertz, surely Saka. But neither of them got a touch, and Arsenal now still coming forward. It's Saka again, cuts away from Anthony Robinson. The cross coming in by Saka, headed up in the air by Calvin Bassey, and it goes behind for a corner to Arsenal. Well, opportunities coming in for the Gunners as they are searching for the equaliser here. Look at this. Oh, Thomas Partey missed it as well. And oh, that was an opportunity. And Arsenal will look at that and be somewhat disappointed. But it's going to be a corner, and it's going to be Declan Rice. And the corner is going to be swung in by Rice once again into that 6-yard box. And there's a header, and it's touched in by Saliba. It's 1-1. Arsenal are level. It's William Saliba. And well, on 52 minutes, it was headed down and fell right to the feet of Saliba, and he was left with just a tap in there. And Saliba may have been in an offside position. This is going to get reviewed, I think. We'll just take a look because he did look in a slightly advanced position. Let's take a look at this again. The corner coming in. The header was by Havertz. Saliba's offside. This is going to get ruled out. Saliba's offside. Only just, mind you, but he's off. This goal is going to be ruled out, I think. I'll be very surprised if they give this. He's definitely in the advanced position. They're checking the goal for offside now. Well, he's just strayed a bit too far, in my opinion, as Saliba there. They're looking at it. They're going to have to bring out the lines, of course. And of course, my view is, of course, when you look at something like this, something that is this close and takes a long time, it's not clear and obvious. But to me, yes. I mean, the fact that you can't, well, it's very close, but I think Saliba may just be onside. It might be the left foot of Kenny Tete that's playing him onside. He might be lucky here because it may just be the left foot of Kenny Tete. Indeed it is. And the goal is given. And Arsenal are level. And it's William Saliba. The header from Kai Havertz just fell to Saliba inside the 6-yard box very fortuitously. And he just taps the ball into the net. And once again, Arsenal from a set-piece situation punish the opposition. That's a 3rd consecutive goal coming from a corner situation. And, well, Fulham were on it. They've done very well defending them so far throughout this game, but they couldn't defend that. And it's 1-1. And it's back with Bert Leno here and cleared downfield. As Arsenal now have got to look at maybe smelling blood in the water. Here's Thomas Partey. And here's Saliba, the goal scorer. His goal on 52 minutes now makes this all square at Craven Cottage. And here is Odegaard. Gives the ball to Bukayo Saka. Saka trying to cut inside, back to Odegaard. Odegaard, that's a nice ball to Thomas Partey. Can he get the cross in? Partey gives it to Saka. It's pulled across, and that's a good piece of defending. That time at the back by Sasa Lukic, and now Fulham with Raul Jimenez just drops the ball back to Robinson. Robinson gives the ball away, and Arsenal win it back. And it goes all the way back to the goalkeeper, David Raya. So we are 1-1 here. It's still 1-0 in the other games. 1-0 to Ipswich and 1-0 to Brighton. Here's Declan Rice. He's got a Wobie around him. That's a good challenge by Sander Berg. The ball goes out of play, and it's going to be a throw-in for Arsenal. Be very interesting to see where this game goes going forward now. And there is Saliba, gives the ball to Odegaard. Odegaard to Saka once more. He's got Robinson in front of him. Saka with a cross to the back post. Oh, it's just over Havertz's head and goes behind for a goal kick. Well, the opportunities were there. Yeah, Saliba onside as well. Let's hope for a second and not concede from media, radio, jingles and gaming. Russ has got some news regarding the motor vehicle accident of Michael Antonio yesterday. Obviously, we're all hoping and praying that he recovers very, very quickly. I'm going to bring in Russ to give that news. You might as well do it now, Russ, because it's... yeah, you might as well come in now. It's balls on the halfway line.
Yes, thank you, Paul. Just to let everybody know, West Ham United have released a statement this afternoon, which reads, West Ham United can confirm Mikel Antonio has undergone surgery on a lower limb fracture from a road traffic accident on Saturday afternoon. Mikel will continue to be monitored in hospital over the coming days. Everyone in the club wishes Mikel a speedy recovery and wishes to express his sincere gratitude to the football family at large for the overwhelming support shown since yesterday's news. As well as the extending heartfelt thank you to the emergency services and first responders who attended to Mikel in the immediate aftermath of the incident. The medical team will continue to aid him in his recovery. The club will provide further updates when appropriate. That's the latest news on Mikel Antonio, should I say, from West Ham United.
Thank you, Ross. Yes, on behalf of everyone at the Commentary Hub, we all hope Mikel Antonio recovers very, very quickly and makes a full recovery. We wish him all the best. Here is Leandro Trossard. Leandro Trossard, under pressure there, he goes down from the foul by Kenny Tete. So it looks like it's going to be a free kick to Arsenal. So another opportunity for Arsenal to swing that ball into the middle, and it's going to be looks like it's going to be Martin Odegaard on that side as Fulham line up a line right on the edge of the 18-yard box, as those Arsenal fans now perhaps smelling that Arsenal can maybe get a second goal. We'll wait and see. It's Martin Odegaard who's going to swing this one in. Odegaard, the cross coming in, the head goes up and it goes behind. Is that a corner? No, Arsenal appealing, but I don't think it came off Kai Havertz last, and it's going to be a goal kick as we're approaching the hour mark, and already substitutions being readied. There's action on the Fulham bench. Pereira readying himself to come on, and I believe also Harry Wilson down there as well. So we may see those two, certainly I would think within the next few minutes for sure. Arsenal all ready to make a substitution. Gabriel Martinelli about ready to come on as well, and that will no doubt be for Leandro Trossard, who's on the ball now. Trossard gets the cross in. Calvin Bassey wins it, but only gives it back to Trossard. Trossard inside the penalty area. Can he get the ball in? He goes down. Arsenal appealing for the penalty, and it's a goal kick. Well, I think, to be honest with you, I didn't think that was a penalty myself. So yes, the substitution for Arsenal coming up now. Gabriel Martinelli for Leandro Trossard. As Leandro Trossard certainly not at his best game today, it has to be said. He's coming off now for Gabriel Martinelli. And Also, I think the substitutes also appearing from the Fulham side as well. We'll get that in a moment. But Gabriel Martinelli is Emil Smith-Rowe making his way off. A disappointment for him against his former side that he was not able to make headway on that. But Andreas Pereira replacing him. But we all know the quality of Emil Smith-Rowe, and I still maintain to this day that it wasn't the best move for Arsenal to sell him. Harry Wilson also on as well, and we'll just see who the other substitute is that's coming on. I'm not quite sure who it was, but they didn't show it. Emil Smith-Rowe is one. Oh, it's Adama Traore. So Adama Traore and Emil Smith-Rowe are off, and Andreas Pereira and Harry Wilson are on, as Arsenal look set to take a throw in now, and it's Gabriel Martinelli. He leaves it, in fact, and it's going to be taken by Jurrien Timber. Jurrien Timber, as we pass the hour mark, and we've had substitution for Arsenal, a double sub for Fulham, who have been under chasing the ball really for much of this game. Thomas Partey drops it back into the centre circle to William Saliba, and Saliba again. Good ball forward there, and Odegaard just is unable to control it. It's a long ball over the top, and chasing it now is Kai Havertz. Havertz brings the ball down and drops it to Bukayo Saka. Saka across to Odegaard. Odegaard just waiting back to Havertz. Havertz with a shot, but it's pulled just wide. Good effort though from Bukayo Saka. Just got himself back into an onside position, and you could sort of see it here. Havertz just turns. But his effort is disappointing. It's pulled wide, and Arsenal though starting to now create opportunity as this game goes on, and it's a goal kick, and there's Issa Diop, who drops it back there to Bert Leno. Leno puts his left foot through it. It's flicked on that time by Raul Jimenez. Chasing the ball here is Alex Iwobi, but it's gotten back to David Raya from Saliba. Saliba just drops the ball back there across to Jurrien Timber, who plays the ball long. Chasing this one is Gabriel Martinelli, and Kenny Tete should comfortably get this back to the goalkeeper, Bert Leno, who clears the ball downfield. Up in the air winning that one is Declan Rice, and here's Jorginho, gives the ball to Odegaard. Jorginho holds up the ball well and gives the ball to Bukayo Saka. Back to Odegaard. Odegaard. Back to Jorginho. Good ball to Thomas Partey. Partey back to Odegaard. Plays the ball forward to Saka. Saka goes down under pressure. Play goes on. Thomas Partey. And it's Jorginho. And here is number 15, Jacob Kivior. Back to Declan Rice. Declan Rice back towards the halfway line, gives the ball across again to Kivior. It's now with William Saliba. Saliba holds the ball up and drops it back into his own half of the field to Declan Rice once more time. 5 shots in attempts in the second half, 2 on target, none for Fulham at all, as the long ball is played forward, and coming out here is David Raya, chasing it down Harry Wilson, but it's cleared downfield, and the head is won by Tete, as Arsenal just dominating control of the midfield right now, and that's a foul this time by Sander Berg on Jorginho, and it's going to be a free kick to the Arsenal. It's 1-1. We've played 64 minutes here, as Arsenal once again just seemingly in complete control right now. They're just not really creating enough chances here. As here is Timber. Good ball. Oh, Timber was looking for Martinelli there, but that was away from the Brazilian, and it goes behind for a goal kick. As well, with the rain coming down here, Mikel Arteta cutting a very drenched figure down there, as is Marco Silva, who's pacing up and down, looking very nervous at this time. Here's Robinson now for Fulham, played forward to Iwobi and goes back to Robinson, but it comes off the American international and goes out of play for a throw-in down this right-hand side, midway inside the Fulham half of the field. Here's Kivia, back to Jorginho. Jorginho holds the ball up. Oh, that's a nice ball there. And Jorginho back again as Arsenal just taking their time here. Here's Saliba. Saliba again. And across to Kivia. Declan Rice. Here's Gabriel Martinelli. Back to Rice. Rice plays the ball long, looking for Havertz. Can he bring this one down? Oh, he was just not able to bring it down under control well enough, but the ball has been given away by Diop, and Arsenal may have a second bite at the cherry here. Here's Odegaard. Back to Saka. Saka inside the penalty area. He's just not able to get through the Fulham defence, and Sander Berg wins the ball back, and it's now played forward to Raul Jimenez. Jimenez just heading back towards his own goal and gives it back to Bert Leno, and Bert Leno clears it downfield. And it's won there by Arsenal, by Timber. And here is Jorginho now. Jorginho plays the ball out to the left-hand side, but it's away from Gabriel Martinelli. And it goes out of play for a throw-in. 66 minutes gone here. It's Fulham 1, Arsenal 1. We've had another comment in the comment section. I echo your words, Paul. There, let's all hope Mikel Antonio does make a speedy recovery from that deadly road traffic accident. Indeed, absolutely. And here's Calvin Bassey now for Fulham. Plays the ball forward, or rather back into his own half of the field to Anthony Robinson. Bassey is alleged to have been fouled, so it is going to be a free kick for the Cottagers. Thomas Partey just standing off that. Alex Iwobi, 67 minutes gone, and Fulham really just taking a look at that Tottenham lineup for today, by the way. Forster, Porro, Romero, Van der Ven, Udogi, Kulusevski, Bissouma and Sarr, and Johnson, Solanke and Son. That's the starting 11 for Spurs. For Chelsea, it's Sanchez in goal, Caicedo, Badiashile, Colwill and Cucurella, Fernandez, Neto, Palmer, Sancho and Jackson up front. So it's very much a similar team to what Chelsea had the other week. They are looking like they are going to be wanting to pick up maximum points today as well, with City dropping points. And at the moment, Arsenal, well, they're looking for a victory too. They can ill afford to drop any more points, really. David Raya. Odegaard. Partey. And that's a good ball by Saliba. Cross there to Kivia. Kivia again. Saliba. Partey. Looking for options left and right now. Thomas Partey goes back again to Saliba. Patient build up by the Arsenal. Good ball out on that left-hand side to Gabriel Martinelli. He's got Wilson in front of him. Gabriel Martinelli. Oh, and that's a really good challenge by the Welsh international, Harry Wilson, and just puts that behind for a corner. And that was very well played by Harry Wilson. Tell I had to be up at 6 a.m. this morning, can't you? Corner ball for Arsenal, and going over to take it is Declan Rice. 7 corners for Arsenal today as they look to try to add to the goals. As Chris Kavanagh is just making sure that everything's in order in that penalty area, very clustered area of the 6-yard box. Declan Rice is going to swing this one in again. Swung in by Declan Rice. Oh, there's a free header! Oh, that should have been 2-1. Thomas Partey. Oh, my goodness me. And it's not for the first time. He missed a sitter against Manchester United in the week. But this really should have been 2-1. And that is the best chance that Arsenal will get today for sure. Just gets his head up just inside the 6-yard box. He's got to be hitting the target from there. And it goes wide. And with 20 minutes to go, that was the opportunity perhaps for Arsenal. And here's Bassey now for Fulham, and it's played forward, looking for Alex Iwobi. Just winning that ball back is Thomas Partey that time. It's being closed down by Pereira, but that's good work by Partey, releasing the ball to Odegaard. Odegaard to Saka. Back to Kivior. Kivior just over the halfway line now, finds Havertz, who lays it off to Rice. Rice to Martinelli, has got Tete in front of him. Tete cuts back, Martinelli cuts back, tries to play the ball to Timber. He actually gets it to him eventually. Can Timber get the cross in? Is he going to go back to Martinelli? Indeed he does. Martinelli cuts inside. Oh, great cross towards the back post. And that's good defending by Robinson, getting there ahead of Saka. It's only cleared as far as Kai Havertz, but it's then cleared away again. And Pereira's on his way now for Fulham. Pereira getting into the penalty area. Can he get the shot away? Oh, Pereira, it's a good save from David Raya as Pereira got inside the Arsenal defence there and forced a good save from the Spanish international. But Pereira, the substitute, coming on, showing what he can do. And he was away very, very quickly. And we all know what Pereira is capable of. He gets into the penalty area here, goes for the near post rather than the far post. May have been going wide anyway, but I don't think David Raya could take a chance as we have another yellow card issued, and it's going to be an Arsenal free kick. This time the yellow card going to the Nigerian international, Calvin Bassey. Yes, it's no attempt to win the ball there. He just shoves him over. And that's going to be a yellow card all day long, and no complaints for Calvin Bassey. It's his 5th yellow card though, and it does mean he misses the next game against Liverpool. That is a big loss for Fulham going into such a big game against Liverpool to not have Calvin Bassey available. Free kick to the Arsenal, and Declan Rice is standing over this one. As once again Fulham have a high line right on the edge of the area. Kai Havertz, Thomas Partey, Jacob Kivior, all there. Timber. It's going to be Declan Rice who's going to swing it in. And the heads go up. It's a good header won that time by Kenny Tete. The ball is picked up again by Tete. Is he going to try and clear this ball out? Well, he only gets it really as far as the number 7, Raul Jimenez, but Martinelli is alleged to have fouled Jimenez. And it's going to be a free kick for Fulham near their own corner flag. As we're going to see another double change for Arsenal. And it looks like Mikel Morena is coming on for the Gunners. And we're also seeing Gabriel Jesus as well. As Kai Havertz making way there. So Gabriel Jesus and Mikel Morena are coming on. Jorginho and Havertz are making way. So see that on the 73rd minute as Gabriel Jesus will slip into that number 9 role, and Moreno will slip into Jorginho's position in the midfield. It's like for like, as that's the 2nd and 3rd substitution for Mikel Arteta, hoping to grab a winner, just change things up. And well, the goal kick is taken. The free kick is taken quickly. It's long downfield. Bringing it under control is Gabriel Jesus, but he's also got Raul Jimenez alongside him. But it's tidied up by William Saliba. Just goes back to the goalkeeper with Pereira closing in as well. He's already making a bit of a nuisance of himself off the bench today. Here's Declan Rice. He gives the ball to Thomas Partey. Partey just drops the ball back there to William Saliba. And here is Morena. Morena just drops the ball back to Saliba. Morena definitely onto looking to make some sort of an impact since his move. Certainly Arsenal were very impressed with him from the Euros. Partey. Back to Saliba. Saliba across there to Kivia. Kivia back to Saliba. Inside the centre circle and to Thomas Partey. Partey, good. Oh, that's a beautiful cheeky back heel there by Martin Odegaard. And it's Odegaard again this time, and he tries to find Gabriel Jesus. It's hacked away by Anthony Robinson. And the heads go up, and finally it's won back here by Declan Rice. Arsenal coming forward, but not really creating anything. There's 15 minutes to go, and Arsenal have not created a lot in this second half once again, as it's played by Martinelli to Declan Rice. Declan Rice lifts the ball into the middle. Oh, and Gabriel Jesus was pretty slow off the mark there. If he'd have been a bit quicker, he might have gotten on the end of that. He was pretty slow off the mark. And yes, he just didn't get his foot up there. But you can see here, I know Arsenal fans have, and certainly I agree with them, state that Arsenal definitely do need a number 9. There's no question about that. But I don't really think that's been the issue today. I just feel that they haven't created enough chances for any number 9 to really capitalise on. Here is Bukayo Saka. He's dispossessed by Anthony Robinson. And it's Alex Iwobi. And it's played forward there to the number 16, Sander Berg. Sander Berg gives the ball away. And it's picked up by Timber. And he gives the ball to Martinelli. Martinelli has got Tete in front of him. Can Martinelli beat him? Martinelli gets into the penalty area. Tries to play the ball in. It's blocked by Pereira. And here is... that's all well played. Great ball to Timmer. Timmer pulls the ball back. But Odegaard was not able to get to it, as once again the final ball fell a little bit short for Arsenal there, and it's cleared away. And now Saliba is under pressure from Raul Jimenez, but he turns away from Raul Jimenez very, very well and sets off Gabriel Martinelli on his way. Martinelli is dispossessed there by Sander Berg. And the ball is cleared away once again by Fulham, but only as far as Thomas Partey. Arsenal putting on the pressure, but cannot put that final ball together. Here is Bukayo Saka now, down the right-hand side. Let's see what he can do. Back to Thomas Partey. And now here is Bukayo Saka. Saka looking to get the cross away, but he's not able to get it moving there. And here's Odegaard. Let's see what he can do. Odegaard across there to Timber. Timber to the number 11, Martinelli. Martinelli gets the cross in. It's headed out by Calvin Bassett. Comes back to the edge of the box. And it was worth an effort by Declan Rice, but it is a comfortable save. You have to say, it just fell right to him on the edge of the box. And given the way things have been in this game, it was well worth the effort, but it was a tame effort indeed. And it just rolled through to the goalkeeper, Bert Leno, as that's cleared downfield, chested down there by Raul Jimenez, and it's put out of play. And it's going to be a corner, and Arsenal looking to make another change here. And it'll be the 4th substitute for Arsenal. And it's Ethan Nwaneri coming on for Martin Odegaard. It's a change. Martin Odegaard hands the captain's armband to Thomas Partey and goes off the field to applause from the Arsenal fans. And Nwaneri comes on instead. It's not been the best game for Martin Odegaard today, but he's still worked hard in that midfield. He's still given 100%, kind of what you expect from a player of his quality. As now Raul Jimenez is making way, which I am thinking is Rodrigo Muniz is going to be the only other option as we look again at Jimenez's goal. Beautifully tucked away by Raul Jimenez. I really have to say it was a beautiful finish. As Jimenez comes off, and yes, it's Rodrigo Muniz coming on the 79th minute for the Cottagers. Raul Jimenez is off. That is the 3rd substitution for the Cottagers, as Arsenal have possession of the ball now. And here's Saliba, but it's just helped along his way by Partey. Finally, that's David Raya just clearing up at the back. There's been a goal at the King Power Stadium, and also a yellow card for Jimenez. Probably took too long to get off the field. So Raul Jimenez picking up a booking on 79 minutes as well. But there's been a goal at the King Power Stadium. Brighton have doubled their lead, and the goal scorer is Yankuba Minter on the 79th minute, as Brighton look like they're home and hosed now as well. As we go into the last 10 minutes of this one, I guess I'll have to be starting to think of my player of the match very, very shortly. There's one or two names. I have Pereira there, who's just fouled, and it's going to be a free kick. So I can actually probably think of one or two players out there that have really done a fantastic job today for both sides. And that ball is played forward by Robinson, but only picked up by Thomas Partey. It just was given away by Anthony Robinson. And the ball is played across to Kivia. Kivia just gives the ball there to Timber. And the ball is played down the left to Gabriel Martinelli. Martinelli. And Wanri. Partey. And Wanri chasing this one now, but cutting in is Anthony Robinson, making a fine challenge. Here's Alex Iwobi. And going down under pressure there is Muniz, but its play goes on, and now here's Declan Rice, and he finds Martinelli. Martinelli pulls the ball into the middle. Oh, well played. But that is a great piece of defending by Issa Diop. And that stopped the ball going right through to Bukayo Saka, as Gabriel Martinelli thought the throw was for Arsenal, and a yellow card for his reaction, and it was a stupid one. So Gabriel Martinelli goes into the referee's notebook for his temper tantrum on 82 minutes. The first Arsenal player in the referee's notebook today. And time ticking down here at Craven Cottage. We're just really seeing Arsenal cutting a frustrated team right now, not able to create anything. Fulham defending very, very well, making it very hard for Arsenal. Here's Muniz. The ball is played forward, and that is a really good challenge on Harry Wilson by Kivia, and it looks like he might have been in an offside. Wilson anyway, in an offside position. Muniz just plays the ball forward there to Wilson. That's a really fine challenge by Kivia. But he was actually in an yes, it's a free kick. Actually, they've given a free kick for it. I mean, he won the ball. It was a really good challenge. I'm not sure why the referee gave a free kick there, but Pereira is going to take this free kick. It's swung in and headed out, and just challenging there by the number 20 for Fulham, Sasa Lukic. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Here's Bukayo Saka over the halfway line, and it goes out of play for a throw-in. Time ticking down at Craven Cottage. Throw-in taken quickly for Arsenal by Thomas Partey, and picked up by Kivia. Back to Partey again, and played over the halfway line. It's Thomas Partey, and there's Saka back to Partey, and just turned away, brilliant by Morena there, well done. And Morena gives the ball now to Saka down this right hand side, and Saka back to the edge of the area to Partey, and Wanri tries to play the ball through, and it didn't work, it was blocked, but Arsenal maintain possession with Declan Rice, and Declan Rice plays it all the way back to David Raya, and David Raya releases the ball to William Saliba. And Thomas Partey plays it back to the goalkeeper. And here is Declan Rice, just over the halfway line, as Arsenal continue to press forward to try to break down Fulham, which they really haven't been able to do today. Here's Gabriel Martinelli down the right hand side. He's got Harry Wilson in front of him. Martinelli cutting back, and he's trying to beat Harry Wilson. He does get the cross in, and it's plucked out of the air by Bert Leno. And Arsenal, another move for them comes to an end. Build-up play by Arsenal, in my opinion, has been quite good, but the final ball and the connection between the strikers and the chances there that have come has not been good by Arsenal today by any stretch of the imagination. Here's that's down there is Bukayo Saka. He's just down and he's clutching the base of his shin pad. Another yellow card has been issued, this time to Anthony Robinson. And on 85 minutes, this is a late challenge by Robinson. But there actually wasn't that much in it, to be honest. I mean, he went across. Yeah, there's not much in that. He puts his arm up, and of course, whenever you put your arm up, you're always asking for trouble. But it's, in my opinion, it really wasn't. There wasn't a great deal in that, really. Get ready to name my player of the match soon, as this free kick is going to be taken by Declan Rice. It's just on the corner of the penalty area, down the right hand side, about 8 yards in from the touchline. Declan Rice going to swing this ball in, and it goes towards the back post and escapes everybody's head, and it's going to roll out of play, and it's going to be a throw-in. As I've already made my mind up about player of the match, and I'm just going to hand that over to my producer, Ross Vernon. Let's get that in now. Okay. And just to bring you another goal update at the King Power Stadium, Leicester might make this game interesting. They've pulled a goal back against Brighton and Hove Albion. We'll get to the goal scorer in a minute, as the ball played long and chasing this one down is Harry Wilson. But that is a good piece of goalkeeping by David Raya, who comes out to meet that. And the ball is now picked up in midfield by William Saliba, the Leicester goal scorer, incidentally. It is Jamie Vardy from an assist from former Fulham player Bobby Decordova-Reid. Time ticking down for Arsenal. Can they get a winner here? And the ball is played out to Gabriel Martinelli. It's actually Jesus. Jesus picks up the ball. Can Arsenal pick anything up here? Or the ball goes out of play. It's going to be a throw-in. As we see, it's Arsenal throw-in. It's taken quickly. And here's Nwaneri. Oh, that's a poor ball, really, to Alex Iwobi. And the ball is played forward, but cutting across. This is well played by Saliba, who was caught there. And it's now with Declan Rice. Declan Rice, a really good ball. And it's played out onto the far side. Well played. Here's Gabriel Martinelli. Martinelli cuts inside, cross to the back post. There's Saka! Arsenal have done it! And it's 2-1. It's Bukayo Saka! Oh, Arsenal have grabbed it in the last few minutes. And that may be enough to give Arsenal the victory. A header from Bukayo Saka on the back post. And, well, you have to say it's been coming with all the possession, but they just haven't created much throughout this game. But the cross came in from Martinelli, and on the back post was Bukayo Saka to make it 2-1. There is also a goal at Portman Road to tell you about. And the goal scorer there, the equaliser for Bournemouth, is Enes Unal. It's the equaliser for Bournemouth, but back here, you can see it was brilliant swift play by Arsenal. Played to Martinelli. Question about whether he may or may not be in an offside position. I guess they will look at that. They are looking at it now, in fact. Martinelli gets the cross in. Saka is onside. Heads it between the goalkeeper's leg. And is that the goal? Is this going to stand? Because it is very tight where Martinelli is. That is very tight. That is very tight. Both of these Arsenal goals have gone to VAR. Both have been very tight. We're going to wait and see now as Arsenal fans hold their breaths. Both Fulham and Arsenal fans hold their breath as we wait and see whether this goal is going to be given. But on 87 minutes, if so, that could well be the goal that takes Arsenal on to victory. but we'll just hold off here and we'll see. It is so very close, so very, very close. And it's hard to tell even from that distance. The lines have been drawn here, and I just wonder whether Martinelli, looking at it from this angle, looks like he might be in an offside position. I think they're going to disallow this goal, and indeed they are. Fulham celebrate. The goal will not stand, and Arsenal have been pegged back. So goal disallowed for Bukayo Saka. It was a shame because it was definitely Arsenal's best move of the whole match. And well, that is. It looks like he was just in an offside position. You can see from the lines. And Martinelli doesn't believe so, but the lines show he was standing in an offside position. And we have 5 minutes of stoppage time, and very shortly now, I'm going to give you the player of the match. But first of all, there's a substitution as Jorge Conceição is coming on for Fulham. Jorge Conceição, and coming off is Sasa Lukic. He's the fourth substitute for Fulham. And incredible news to bring you from the King Power Stadium. Leicester have tied it up. It is 2-2 now at the King Power Stadium, and I will get you the goal scorer. Brighton blow a 2-goal lead, and the 2 goals coming on 86 minutes by Jamie Vardy, and former Fulham player assisted now goal scorer Bobby Decordova-Reid has scored for Leicester. At the next stoppage in play, I'll bring you the player of the match. But for the time being, here comes Wilson down by the corner flag. Can he get a cross in? He pulls back, does Wilson. Finally, he does get the cross in, and it's plucked out of the air by David Raya. All right, let's give you the man of the match today. And today's man of the match, I am going to give to Alex Iwobi. His performance today, getting the ball down that right-hand side, and was involved in the Fulham goal. I am giving him the man of the match today. So today's man of the match, sponsored by Commentary Services, goes to Fulham's number 17, Alex Iwobi. The free kick here for Arsenal, and foul on Gabriel Martinelli. Declan Rice going over to take it, and we'll see whether he is able to do anything with this and create something similar. But offside position there for Gabriel Martinelli, denying that opportunity for Arsenal to take the lead. But the free kick is going to be taken by Declan Rice as we're in 5 minutes of stoppage time. Rice swings the ball in. Oh, it just clears the crossbar. It just clears the crossbar and over everybody's head. That would have been, you have to say, couldn't have done that on purpose. That would have been a very audacious effort. From that, it would have taken something spectacular to have beaten Leno from that distance. We have 2 minutes of stoppage time left. Arsenal fans, well, it's 1-1. And Arsenal fans now, they have to wonder where their position is in the title race at this time. They are in second place right now, 6 points behind Liverpool. But to expect Liverpool to drop 6 points really at any time right now it's almost unbelievable. But the ball is in the centre circle, and Kivior almost lost it there. Coming back to help him out is Declan Rice, and Arsenal just trying to break forward, but that's a good challenge by Kenny Tete. As well, you could see what Gabriel Martinelli was doing there. Tete may pick up a yellow card for this, but that would be almost ridiculous because it was fairly clearly obvious that Martinelli threw the ball deliberately at the back of Tete, and this is a common sense decision here, I think, by Chris Kavanagh, just to have a word here and calm everything down, because it was fairly obvious what Martinelli was doing. Anyway, the game goes on, and Declan Rice picks up the ball inside the centre circle, and Declan Rice plays the ball to Nwanri. Party down to the number 7, Bukayo Saka, scorer of that goal that was offside. Long ball. Oh, that's a super ball over to Gabriel Martinelli. Tete attempting to meet him. Gabriel Martinelli gets to the byline. Cross coming in. Oh, there's too much on that cross. And that is indicative. But here is Bukayo Saka. Saka tries to get the cross in, but it's a poor one. And that is really indicative of Arsenal's final ball into the box in this game. More drama in the other games at Portman Road. Bournemouth have completed the comeback, and I've got a last-minute winner in the 96th minute at Portman Road, and I'll get you their goal scorer in a moment. So that's cleared downfield. Header won there by Rice. Up in the air to try to win that one is the number 15, Jorge Quansea. And chasing it is Muniz, but easily out is David Raya. Scorer of that goal is Dango Quatara for the Cherries, as they look like they're coming away with all 3 points from Portman Road. Here is Bukayo Saka. Good ball again by Partey to Saka, but Alex Iwobi, the man of the match, just getting in there and winning that one. Symptomatic of what he's been doing all the game today. There's a foul on Sanderberg by Declan Rice and a free kick. And now another yellow card, waved this time in the face of Declan Rice. And Declan Rice needs to be careful, as he's still mouthing away at Declan Rice. He needs to stop. He's already had 1 pointless yellow card this season. By the way, that goal is being looked at, and he needs to be careful here. The goal at Bournemouth at Portman Road is being looked at. Incidentally, it's a VAR check. We'll get back to you once we've got an answer with that. But it is going to be, the free kick is going to be taken by Bert Leno, as Arsenal left frustrated today. We've played 2 minutes over the said stoppage time. The goal has been given at Portman Road, so it looks like Fulham are going to pick up all 3 points there. The free kick is taken quickly, and that's it. It is full time, and it finishes Fulham 1, Arsenal 1. That's only half the story. Despite all the possession, very little was created by Arsenal in the second half. The one piece of brilliance that was created by Arsenal finished with the ball being put in the net by Bukayo Saka, but Gabriel Martinelli was ruled to have been offside. He crossed the ball in. The goal on 10 minutes by Raul Jimenez. The equaliser on 52 by William Saliba. But it finishes at Craven Cottage. Fulham 1, Arsenal 1. And thank you for joining us today. Thank you to Ross for producing for me today. I'm just going to go through the results from yesterday. We'll just go for a quick comprehensive check of the scores from yesterday and today. I'm going to start with the Premier League. Aston Villa 1, Southampton 0. Everton and Liverpool was postponed. Brentford 4, Newcastle 2. Crystal Palace 2, Manchester City 2. Manchester United 2, Nottingham Forest 3. Now in the Sky Bet Championship on Friday night, it was Burnley 1, Middlesbrough 1. In the Championship today on Saturday, Leeds United 2, Derby County 1, Sheffield Wednesday 1, Preston North End 1, Sunderland 2, Stoke City 1, Cardiff v Watford, match postponed due to Storm Dara. Hull City 0, Blackburn Rovers 1, Luton Town 1, Swansea City 1, Millwall 0, Coventry City 1, Plymouth and Oxford again postponed because of Storm Dara. Portsmouth 3, Bristol City 0, Queen's Park Rangers 3, Norwich City 0. In League 1, Lincoln City 0, Charlton Athletic 0. Wigan Athletic 0, Leyton Orient 2. Barnsley 1, Birmingham City 2. Blackpool and Rotherham and Bristol Rovers and Bolton were postponed because of Storm Dara. Burton Albion 0, Wrexham 1. Cambridge United 4, Shrewsbury 1. Crawley Town and Stevenage Borough also postponed due to Storm Dara. Mansfield 1, Huddersfield Town 2. Stockport County 2, Exeter 0. Wycombe Wanderers 1, Reading 1. And in League 2, Crewe 1, Bradford City 1. Port Vale 0, Walsall 2. Accrington Stanley 1, Bromley 2. Barrow and MK Dons also postponed. Chesterfield 3, Tranmere 0. Doncaster 2, Cheltenham 2. Gillingham 1, Salford 0. Harrogate Town 0, AFC Wimbledon 3. Morecambe 0, Grimsby Town 3. Newport versus Carlisle also postponed. And today's results in the Premier League, we've got Fulham 1, Arsenal 1, as you've just heard. Ipswich Town 1, Bournemouth 2. Leicester City 2, Brighton 2. Tottenham Hotspur and Chelsea late kickoff. And on Monday, we have West Ham versus Wolves, a match you can hear on the Commentary Hub with Ross Vernon. So thank you for everyone who's commented today. Thank you for taking the time to listen in on what I'm sure is a busy weekend for you. We definitely appreciate that. It's 1-1 and Arsenal are really behind the 8 ball in the title race now. Bye for now.